Hey, what's happening, guys? Elton McFall here. Well, I am happy to bring you an update on the Boeing 747 model. And this is, well, I believe this is only part two, actually. And as I mentioned in the first one, judging by the amount of work there is involved in this, it would be, I was saying I was probably going to do this in three parts, but I was looking at things over, and I think it'll probably be more in three or four parts, and the fourth part, of course, being the last part. I don't know why the hell I mentioned that. If you look below, but in case you didn't see part one, this is a scale model that I bought a few years ago. It's, as you can see, a 1/400 scale, and it is a model of a 747-8. And which was, of course, the latest 747. And excuse me all the mess here. I'm always going through all my vintage ads and stuff. And there's ads here and magazines and more ads there. And I got tons of them on Kijiji. If you love vintage ads, car ads like this, or trucks and whatnot, well, check them out. I got tons of stuff on Kijiji. You can see that on my retro old school homepage. Anyway, so this guy, I got a deal on it years ago. Man, I got it for a steal almost. But anyway, I had this idea to make a American Airlines version of it, though. Even though American Airlines, I don't think, had these particular 747s. But so as you can see, anyway, from part one, I've come a long way here, because part one I was showing you where the thing was in primer, and I bought the chrome tape that I needed. I'd suggested from my friend Randy. Here it is here, which is not cheap. This is like, I think, $10. It's like a chrome foil but thicker. And in a sense, it's good because it doesn't tear easily, or as easily as chrome foil, because chrome foil is thicker. But on the other hand, it's however, what do I want to say? It's thicker, so therefore you're not going to be able to see. I'd have to really burnish out all the door details and stuff, which I may or may not do. I'm not looking for perfection here. And on the other side too is that, again, since it doesn't tear easily, it has a very strong adhesive. It sticks really well, so much so that there was a couple of sections, I think on the first fuselage I started doing, one half of it was this one I started first, and I had to take off a few parts I had to tear off because they were just too wrinkled, and reapply it. And so this is the first time I do this on this kind of model. So it's interesting. There's a lot of firsts for me here. First time I do a plane model, because I've done, as you can see, car models over the years. Most of these I did back in the 90s. And no, they're not for sale. And some of those are die cast. There's me, my mom, my brother, back in the 90s. And anyway, so I developed this love for planes, over the last so many years. And anyway, so it's a first for me to do, the old livery of American Airlines, which they sort of stayed this way, and, to use the chrome tape. And not only that, it's also a first to do the stripes, because I looked into buying the decals, and I had trouble trying to buy them online, and then, like, which is kind of ironic, because Canada Post here, I'm sure probably like the States, has a huge delay probably right now due to the COVID-19, because a lot of people are buying stuff online. So it's like a Christmas type of a delay. And so I figured, well, fuck it, I'm an artist, I'll do the stripes myself. So all you see the painted here, I did all that myself. And I'm very proud of that, even though, again, it's not perfect. So this one I did first. Oh, and by the way, I want to give a thanks to the guy who told me that I could use a CD. I was like, what the hell, at first, to buff out all the wrinkles that came with applying this type of foil, and which worked out really well. And so this one, like, the hand painting with using all the masking tape to do the stripes came out well, but it came out actually even better on this one from practice, as you can see. Looking very good. And I just finished this afternoon, what are we today? The 26th of April 2020. I just finished doing by hand these American letters, and as well here on the tail, with, of course, some artist acrylic paint. And I say of course because I don't want to use enamel, because if you use enamel, then you're fucked. You'd have to use thinner and start over pretty much, because that would be very hard to clean off, And one of the things, there's a couple of things I have to fix here is the American. I got to take some silver paint, touch that up a little bit so it's a little bit more, you know, accurate. Same thing here, especially here with the silver paint. And not only that, I found an online picture of an American Airlines plane, and I was like, because now I'm not in the living room with the 22-inch Samsung screen, looking at the Boeing 747 I have for my screensaver, and I didn't realize, because I did this from this one here, that this is actually, the bird is, this is not too good what I did here on both, so I'm going to have to fix these up, tweak them just a little bit. It's not too much work or anything, but you know, you want to have some accuracy, even though I'm not, you know, I'm a perfectionist in some ways, but I'm not like, you know, I'm not going to go cuckoo, not like a professional modeler anyway, but, so I'm very satisfied the way this is going, very happy about it, and as you can see, there's still the wings to put together. This is the stand, which I figured I'm not going to use actually, because since I have a cat or the wind blows in, it'll probably blow the fucking plane over and break. Some of this stuff goes on the fuselage. I have all these motors. Look at all these parts for the motors. There's 4 engines. That's going to be actually quite a task to put that together. I got a feeling I'm going to be breaking my head open on that, being visually impaired, so that should be a thrill. But it's going to be really cool when it's done. I was thinking either this morning or last night, there's a part on these planes, the top half of the planes, this part over here where I'm going with my finger is actually chrome, or polished aluminum I should say, or I should say probably polished aluminum or polished stainless steel. So I think I might do that. I don't know, I'm not sure yet, but it's going very well, very happy about it. And I didn't get to work on it that much because you know, it's either because of you know, I like not last week, the week before I had a headache all week because I broke my glasses and I did a shitty job fixing them, and then I finally got them fixed. And so, you know, when you're doing stuff like that, it's not like, you know, you're doing a fucking cleaning the bathroom or doing the dishes. You got to be relatively in shape because there's a lot of concentration involved, and you know, it's rewarding, but again, you got to be pretty much in shape to do it, you know. And even right now, my right side of my neck is hurting me from yesterday. I went out the day before, and it happens sometimes, and I'm actually pretty tired from the past few days from walking a lot, so I'm taking it real slow today. So yeah, I think there's going to be like I said, I thought I was going to do this in 3 parts, but it looks like there's going to be I think a part 3 next, and then part 4 will be the end. And when I'm done, I'm going to do like my other models I've done, is I'll take it outside and make a nice grand finale of it. So I appreciate you watching, and I'm trying to, you know, sometimes it's funny, I have so much to say. I keep thinking there's something I'm forgetting to mention, and about this that I haven't thought of, but I think I covered all the bases. Oh yeah, there was one thing actually that was irritating about this, actually, that's difficult, that doesn't look very cool. You see those little windows, the top level here? Well, I had left it, unless this part here, I actually had left a gap here, so I had to take another piece of this chrome tape and put it about the same size there. And the thing is, like here, I had to actually, like, because here there's no chrome foil here, there's no chrome tape here, this I left with primer, but I had to actually take like a pin, where's my little, like a little push pin, and go through every one of these, you know, and tick, and make sure that they're decent. Because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention it yesterday, or the other day, a few days ago, I had actually put in all the windows. See, all the windows are in these pieces right here, and then, like, for a couple of days or a day, I was like, where the hell? And then I remember one of the pieces, I don't know what happened, like it popped off the tree. These are called trees, hold parts. And I'm like, and I couldn't find the fucking thing. Just one of them, I think, was this one here. And I'm like, man, where the hell is it? I looked on the table everywhere. When I've been working mostly in the, you know, with the painting stuff, putting the windows in my living room. And finally last night, I think late last night, I was thinking about it, and I looked again. I was in my living room, and I'm like, oh man, you know what? Wouldn't it be funny if I put it in this? I had this little, like a cellophane, like a sleeve for stamps when you buy a bunch of stamps, you know. And yeah, lo and below, I feel around my finger, and there it is. I pulled it out. I was like, son of a bitch, and I put it there because for safekeeping, so I didn't lose the damn thing, you know. So that's it, boys and girls, and so yeah, that's it. So as soon as I'm done doing my touch-ups on the paint on the American letters, and this here specifically also on these tail fins, then I can, I think after that I'm going to start assembling the wings. Oh, actually I forgot to mention, I actually have the, see, look at, there's more parts here. I actually have the wheels, the, yeah, see, they're right here. Oh, this is careless on my part. I have the wheels assembled here. Okay, the landing gear, excuse me, landing gear is there. And there's actually another one. There it is. Oh no, sorry, that's the compartment, the pilot compartment. Anyway, you get the idea. So anyway, happy it's going well, and I'll always look forward to your you know, positive, encouraging comments, and you know what, if I can do it, you can probably do it. So okay, talk to you later. Adios. Bye bye.